I need you to sink in. I need you to let that number sink in. 99.965%. That is the percentage of wealthy citizens of Nigeria that avoid complying with the tax system. This number was reported by the FIRS. May our soul rest in peace. I'll begin this debate by doing something unusual. I am going to agree with the proposition side. The tax reform is necessary. The tax reform is beneficial. However, a major oversight is looking at the tax reform from the point of view of its intentions and not its outcomes. And that is the reason for this debate today. We are going to look at the economic reality and the outcome of this tax reform. My name is Tony-Igwe, and I am a theory level economics student of Nnamdi Azikiwe University. And I'm here to oppose the motion and to convince you that the 2025 tax reform will hurt the economy more than it will benefit it. A Peruvian economist, Hernando de Soto, in his seminal work, The Mystery of Capital, explained why in sub-Saharan Africa, the informal sector, they tend to avoid paying taxes, not out of malice, not out of predetermined malice, but because the tax system is not tailored to fit their peculiarities. This is the case in Nigeria, where we have 93% of the population employed in the informal sector. We have a country that is one of the 7 countries make up half of the unbanked population of the entire world. A country that is suffering from power outages and infrastructure deficits. And in a boardroom in Lagos State or in Abuja here, someone is saying tin registration will be mandatory, e-invoicing to a woman that can't even speak English. So we see the issue of compliance in tax reform is something that you cannot brush aside with the laws. Now I will explain how economic hurt comes into play. Professor Esom today explained that in implementing the tax reform, some things have already been put in place. The FIRS moving to the NRS has already cost money, even the loss as a cost from the exemptions. So we see that losses have been incurred, or let's say investments have been incurred in implementing the reform. But the economic benefits of the reform lie solely on compliance, and that is the foundational issue. If compliance does not come into play, we have that the losses incurred in the reform will outweigh the benefits. That is my first point. Now we take a step further and we go into the reform itself. Section 56 of the Nigerian Tax Act showed a restructuring of the 3-tier company structure that we used to have. So it eliminated medium companies. And now they said, yes, small companies, which are companies that earn up to 100 million naira per year and 250 million naira in fixed assets, have 0% company income tax, capital gains tax, development levy, and so on. But as an economist, there is a glitch there. It's called a tax cliff. So you have a company, a small company that is earning 99 million naira a year. And this company is reinvesting their gains and they scale to 101 million naira. What happens? The company goes from paying 0% company income tax to 30% all of a sudden. And what are the economic hurts that comes in with this? We see either avoidance or evasion, understating revenue, and so on. So we also see layoffs. And these are also inflationaries because according to SMEDAN, 90% of the informal sector feeds the Nigerian economy especially. So when we have small companies